Hey, trancefix.nl, this is Sean Tyas, and we're at Luminosity Beach Festival. No, I really can. I love this party because actually for me this kind of kicks off the real summer and the summer gigs. I mean, it's been awesome. I've been closing it for the last 2 years, and now this is the third year, and it's always great. It's really good vibe, and it's cool because there's no back room, there's no VIP area. Everybody's all mixed, so that's what makes it great. We had a really good scene in the late 90s in New York. I mean, the clubs were on rotation over at Twilo in New York. We had Paul Van Dyke, Carl Cox, Sasha and Digweed, and Sven Väth on rotation every month. So that would be the way I came in contact with proper EDM. Yeah, it was just due to music. I mean, back in New York, I mean, my life was in a funny place, and I had an offer to come move to Germany to do studio work, and yeah, I kind of moved over, and after learning a bit in Germany and picking up a little bit more techniques, I was doing my own stuff, and that's where the DJing started. Absolutely awesome. 2011, I think, is my biggest year so far because I have half my album finished already. Done the 3 Titanium Sessions 100 parties, and done ASOT 500, which I'm thrilled about, and then just got back from Electric Daisy Carnival over in the States, which was unbelievable. Well, I mean, while I was going to art school, I still did finish and graduate, but during the time when I was in art school, when I would come home from school, I would only go start to make music. I was actually making gabber at the time, so it was kind of a weird transition from gabber to trance. But I started loving dance music back then. The main aim for the label is to just release quality stuff. My reason for starting the label was just to get my tracks out on time. You know, when you're dealing with big labels, like, I'm not going to say any names, but sometimes you have to wait up to 9 months or 10 months to have your track out that you finished 10 months ago. And by that time, sometimes we don't even like the song anymore. So when you start my own label, now I can release tracks basically when I finish them. Series of compilations with Titanium Sessions Alpha is basically it's to take the sound of the show, which is a more diverse range from what I play in my club sets. When my club sets are really just only hard banging stuff. With the CDs, I can do a little bit more. I can go for a bigger range. It'll definitely be a series, and yeah, I mean, it should be a good concept. And it's basically my show minus all my horrible voice talking. Well, I mean, nothing inspired me to be a DJ. I actually didn't want to be a DJ. I just wanted to be producing because for me, my home is in the studio, and I think when you realize that now with all the piracy and everything, you really can't make enough money with making tracks. So if you want to pay the bills with this industry, you need to be out DJing and touring. It's both. It's really good for promotion and also killing the scene. Well, it's killing the music sales. It doesn't kill the scene. It actually makes the scene grow, because a lot of people that download illegal tracks are hearing tracks that they would never have paid for anyway, that they would never have heard in the first place. And it's created, it's a weird thing, because, yeah, people can say, I hate the illegal downloads, but so many artists right now would be nowhere without the illegal downloads. Probably one of the new tracks that I've done off my album with David Berkeley, probably either Believe or this new one that I've done with him called Take My Hand. I've been wanting to do proper vocals for years, and every time I start working with certain vocalists, I mean, the vocalists would kind of flake out, or it would just be kind of difficult sometimes to deal with some vocalists. They would send you stuff and you don't like it, and then they would tell you, well, it's correct, and I'm like, well, it's not correct, and you would just kind of ditch the whole project. I had a determination on this album to do at least 4 vocal tracks, and now four are done, so I'm happy. I feel like I accomplished something. Just pure real trance, like not progressive, not side trance, just real. It's the authentic trance that started in the 90s. Okay, let's see. About 5:30 in the morning on a Monday, I would wake up, do emails for about 1 hour, drink coffee non-stop, then go down to the studio around probably 9 o'clock after I do dinner with breakfast with my family, and yeah, I'll stay in the studio from basically 9 in the morning till about 7 at night. Expect that. I mean, now that I've done 100 shows, I really want to take the show up to another level. I'm going to keep it 1 hour, because I think the 1 hour is the best format, because I could really play, honestly, the tracks that I feel are the best each week that I get in my email or in promo. I think if I did 2 hours, I would be playing a lot of music that I don't like. And I think 1 hour is the best, and I really want to get maybe a little bit better sound quality, better jingles, and next year we'll do another Titanium Sessions 150 in several countries. I got to figure out where I want to do it. But yeah, I mean, just continuous improvement. Expect that. Well, when I was doing the organization, it seemed to be that, but for Europe, they booked their gigs way in advance. So I started organizing the parties around February time, and yeah, every place in Europe that I had spoken to, they were booked all the way up to the end of July. So you can't do. I needed to all happen on that week. So Montreal, Miami, and New York, they were easy because nobody had bookings on this weekend to do the parties at. So it was kind of just a straight line down, which was kind of stupid, but we'll do it properly next year. Well, the problem was with the whole album was I've canceled the whole idea of doing an album, because you know what? It's stupid to listen to other people. I've had other management and people come to me say, don't do the album, do singles. And other people come say, do an album, don't do singles. And you know what? I started to do an album, and I like the concept, because you can, if you get bored of one track, if you're working on it one day, you could switch on to another track. You work on 3 or 4 projects every day, and I like it because it keeps it much more interesting. So that's why now I'm finally doing it. I started it in February, and I'm already half finished now. A lot of banging tracks, at least 4 vocal tunes, 5 collaborations, and I'm not going to say exactly who it's with. One is with Bjorn Atkinson out of Sweden. A couple more that are really, really good names, but I'll name them when we finish them. And yeah, it's going to be good. I mean, probably I want to experiment a little bit, because right now it's all banging stuff. I want to make sure it's got a good mix of stuff from a little bit slower BPM, but not many of those. Don't worry. It's good. I mean, any change is really, really good. It keeps it fresh. But I do, when artists forget the style that they started with, I think that's really, really a big problem. And if they change too much, the only group that's been able to make it work, a huge change, the Cosmic Gate, they started with hard trance, and now they're doing their particular sound. And they really made it work because of their amazing production skills. But a lot of people don't make it work. A lot of people cannot make that jump. and when they try to change too much, they fuck up their whole career. I love them. I mean, I think it's really, really cool to connect with people that way and that much. Like, yeah, you would know. I think Twitter is actually, for me, even more fun because it's a constant, it's like a huge chat room. And really, really cool. And you can wake up in the morning, you tweet, and people are tweeting back to you at 5:30 in the morning because somebody in some place in the world is awake at that time. So, yeah, I'm the only crazy asshole that wakes up at 5:30 in the morning. So... Probably a wider range. I'm not going to change, but I want to expand the range. I mean, obviously, I'm known for more banging, like pure trance, but I really want to try other stuff. But I'm never going to stop doing banging tunes. Don't worry about that. Thank you for taking the time to actually watch the interview. I wish you all were here with me at Luminosity Beach Party because it is an awesome event. It's actually getting a bit cold though, but yeah, it's going to be great.